Some movies explore characters with real depth, real substance. They're called character studies. Usually they focus on an individual who's overcoming some sort of large obstacle, albeit personal, professional, spiritual, and how they respond to the minutiae of this obstacle really defines this character. It helps us grow to love them or despise them based on the execution of their reactions, who this person is and how they respond to the events that transpire in their everyday life. And then there's movies about girls who are tall, apparently. We are watching Tall Girl today. I picked it because they chose the title Tall Girl. And something about that just, it makes me think, is that the whole conflict? After years of slouching through life, 6'1" teen Jodie resolves to conquer her insecurities and gets caught up in a high school love triangle. Now, right there, 6'1" for a girl, yes, tall. Is it that tall that it would be an obstacle? I don't know. I can't say I understand the plight of the female and the hindrance that being tall could have on their personal life. I know that if you're going into the WNBA, it's gonna be a bonus, but 6'1" does not even feel like that tall. It's like manageable. Had she been 7'5", we're looking at a different situation. What was its score? A 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb. It's not so bad that it's not unwatchable. This is speculation, of course. However, it came out in 2019. It still does not have a Rotten Tomato rating, and that is concerning, because that's like they didn't even bother. They were just like, no, we're not gonna rate this one. I'm going to try and get through the whole thing. Can't promise that'll happen, obviously, but it's gotta be better than last week, right? At least the cinematography from some of these stills suggests that they put some thought into what it was gonna look like, as opposed to just getting to set on the day and going, yeah, we left our lights in the car. So these fluorescent overheads, they'll be fine. They won't even notice. Already better cinematography than Swiped. Did not take long.
What's the big deal with this book anyway?
It's about alienation.
We're getting some mirroring happening in the subject matter of the book already. Very original take. Haven't seen that in any of the last few movies we've watched.
His alienation is the source of his strength, but then also...
But it's also the source of his problem.
Finishing each other's sentence sandwiches. Sentient sandwiches. The sandwiches are gonna rise up one day. Don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, she's got tall legs, you can see. Alright, so the scene started off with them flirting. That's how it began. Each scene, how it starts, should be different from how it ends. It's the same with the overall movie. That's not to say there aren't movies with flat arcs, which is when nobody changes. It's just the character stays the same throughout the whole thing. But they're not very popular unless you do like action movies where it's like the world around that changes. That's the save the world trope. But they started the scene off with them connecting. He doesn't really know she's tall yet because she's been sitting down.
Would you maybe wanna...
Oh, that's way too intense, man. She's only 6'1". She's not like a giant. You didn't have to shoot it like that. I get what they're trying to do, though. 6'1" is not that tall.
The one that people call LeBron. Skyscraper, Daddy Longlegs.
Do they do that? I went to a small school, but I don't feel like they did that. Nobody makes fun of people for being tall. I mean, I don't know. Nobody makes fun of dudes for being tall.
Growing up, my height was of immense concern to my father.
Why? It's not Pam. What's her name? Angela. That was her name. What up, Angie?
I'm just trying to get through the day with as few people as possible asking me,
well, how's the weather up there?
I think my issue with movies like this is that oftentimes it's really satirized in this kind of genre of filmmaking where it's like the whole school is looking at you. Most people in reality got their own shit going on and they're not really preoccupied with the stuff that bothers you. After a while, like if they're still doing it years into it, where it's like, how's the weather up there? That's on them, really. Cause that's like, yeah, okay, I get it. I'm tall. At a certain point, it becomes lazy, especially how's the weather up there. If they're still saying that to you like years into it, there's no loss there. That person's not worth your time. I'm going to make a real effort not to use the word atrocious in this commentary as well, because it popped up in the last couple of ones, and I think I can do better. I think I can vary up my language a little bit. So let's Google atrocious cinnamons. We got brutal, barbaric, barbarous, brutish, savage, vicious, wicked, cruel, nasty, ruthless, merciless, villainous, murderous, heinous, nefarious, monstrous, base, lowdown, vile, inhuman, infernal, dark, blue, black-hearted, fiendish, hellish, diabolical, ghastly. I don't have to go on. Which one do I like? I don't like any of these. Brutal. Maybe the movie's brutal, but that's not me making presumptions about it having not even seen it yet. I'm just in preparation for moments that could potentially be categorized as brutal. It's good to have a word prepared. Those headphones could puncture a tire.
How's the weather up there?
Hey, what'd you say to my best friend?
We can pick up from context clues that you guys are friends. You don't need to say, what did you say to my best friend? If you're gonna try and put exposition in there, I'd appreciate it if you didn't shoehorn it. It's also not, like, funny. How's the weather up there? Most dudes in high school are nervous to talk to girls. They're not just bullying them outright.
That's your new nickname, Soul Chipper.
That's kind of a badass nickname. He sounds like a Viking.
No, slouching.
It's good advice. She's kind of developing a hunchback already, we can tell. Yeah, there you go. Oh, no.
This is my super hot older sister Harper.
Is it unfair to say that she looks like a Karen in the making? Pink rooms are really aggressive to me as well. It's just like, what reality are you trying to live in?
She got Grandpa Larry's allergies.
Let me see it with the wave.
Demanding mother? Check. What is this house? I can't pity anyone who lives like this. Also, I feel like pulling your hair back like this intensely, your hairline's gonna recede on you.
So, Jody.
Just dad's lame.
Yeah, well, I gotta say something. She hardly talks.
These shots are weird. They're like on the same side of the screen, and there's too much space on the other side. I don't know what they're trying to suggest with the cinematography. If you're gonna like have this much space, typically stuff needs to happen in this empty space. Otherwise, it feels strange.
When you're good at something, other people tend to want to watch you do it, and I don't need to give people another reason to look at me.
Okay, I mean, I can empathize with that a little bit. It makes sense. Is being 6'1" something that would really justify that? The thing is, I feel like the world building is too contrived. Yeah, you're 6'1". People might say it every now and then, but it's not gonna be so detrimental to your life that they hate you for it. It feels too irrational, I think.
I mean, I had to say no to 9 suitors. It was very stressful.
She's not helping the situation. So maybe her home life and her mom kind of being this larger-than-life character who really had no downfalls to speak of in her high school experience, that's sort of prompting her to look at what her mom went through and what she's going through and seeing a huge disconnect. But in the grand scheme of things, it's still not a huge deal.
I have 27 more upstairs.
No, don't even bother. It's perfect. You're perfect.
But I'm actually
got-
really far.
Yeah, she got allergies. What a flaw.
9?
Yes, 9.
There was only 40 people in our class.
I'd feel good about that, though. If 9 other dudes asked out the girl that I then married, I'd be like, she chose me. Unless she settled. That would bum me out. I wouldn't want to meet them. Because if I, like, met one of them and I was like, oh, he was clearly the better choice, that would bother me forever.
This is Jack Dunkelman. And you may be asking, why is he carrying his books in a milk crate?
Yeah, what is with the milk crate? Milk crate? What is with the milk crate? That would 100% pull focus from everybody in school. If you were like 6'1", yeah, if you lived in a void where you were the only person who was that tall in your year, which I guess they're trying to suggest she is, I could understand you kind of getting ridiculed in the halls a little bit. But if there's a kid walking around carrying his shit in a milk cart, everybody's asking, what's up with that guy? I had another thought, but it escaped my brain.
I've been friends with him for years, and that's still a mystery to me.
So now she's dissing her own friends. Like, you can diss your friends to your friends, but don't do it to other people. It's not very nice.
David Blaine called me. You'll never believe it. He just wants to know when you and I are gonna make magic together.
Oh, and your friend's owning a dude that likes you just because he's short? How are you gonna get mad at people for judging you based on your height if your friend's own a dude because he's shorter than you? The story's unraveling.
You do this every day, Dunkelman. It's never gonna happen.
That was dubbed. Doing it every day is too much. There's being persistent, and then there's, like, she would pull away after a while, right? I don't believe any of these scenes.
Half the guys in the school are shorter than you are.
Half. So not everyone. Find a guy who's taller. It's not even like you have to go to a different school. Only half of them are shorter than you. Wait a minute. What's the issue here?
You think that at any moment some taller than you, funny, intelligent, nice, perfect guy is just gonna walk through that door?
You already know what I'm gonna say. We're about to get a tall, perfect, nice, checklist-checking guy coming through this door. And if we don't, I'll legally change my name to Susan. Oh, the acoustic guitar in the background. Do we need it?
We have a foreign exchange student joining us today.
Hang on, let's talk about this super hot teacher. Yeah, I mean, I failed chemistry in high school, and I would have for sure failed if she was my teacher.
Please welcome Stig Mullen.
The universal sign of the girl being interested in the guy is like this thing. Why is that?
Whoa, hey.
Dur, dur, dur. Dur, 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 dur. Don't solve the board. You're not nervous at all about like coming on too strong. If you're coming into a new school, middle of the semester it looks like, are you really gonna draw attention to yourself that drastically by going straight up to the board and immediately solving the problem on it? Or are you just gonna try and like play it under the radar a little bit? Because you don't know who's in this class. Like there could be some dudes that are like, oh, okay, this guy thinks he's hot shit, and now you've made yourself a target. And then he's leaning on the desk at the end.
He's perfect, yeah.
Don't admit defeat. Never admit defeat.
The dude's from Sweden. It's an entire country filled with giants.
Swedish people are on average 5'8".
Kimmy Stitcher holds her face
Oh,
on
so
a
the
desk.
catalyst is, okay, so we're not at the catalyst yet, but we're coming up on the 12-minute mark. So I'm guessing she asks him out and he says yes.
One of my OT's original tormentors.
2021, when did this come out? 2019, 2 years ago. We are long past the era of abbreviating words. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. You know how you're gonna do it? Just don't do it.
I know you want to date some guy that's like taller than you.
Dubbed. All that is dubbed.
Let me paint you a word picture.
I gotta admire his perseverance. He shouldn't be asking her out every day. That I disagree with. But dismantling his opponent, creating scenarios in which them being together is not conducive to a happy life for her, the man's determined. He's a big high-fiver. He's high-fived 2 people so far.
You know what? What better way for him to experience what America's all about than for us to just kick him out of it?
Yikes. What are you watching? Yourself. Not egotistical at all.
You know, I snagged an exchange student once. Diego.
I like that they're almost making fun of themselves a little bit and recognizing the ridiculousness of it. It kind of feels soap opera-y, but it seems like they're recognizing that it's soap opera-y. Why? You're not rehearsing in the gym? Oh, of course, it's about homecoming.
Why can't you be seen with me?
Got a fake tan, for one thing.
You make me UBC. Ugly by comparison.
Don't do it. His logic is flawed. You want to make friends with a really good-looking dude, because then all the girls that he turns down on the night out, you're there. I'm not saying stuff will happen, but I'm saying it's never gonna happen if you're not there.
Trust me, you're gonna have no trouble making friends.
Why is he sitting alone? We just cut to hit all the girls wanting to sit with him. Why would he not just sit down at that table? Maybe he's good at chemistry, but he's not good at chemistry. You would disrespect Patrick Swayze's ghost by including it in this film? How dare you?
Jodie's gonna spend the rest of her life pining away for the one guy that's taller than her, and where does that leave me?
We've already said that half the people in the school are taller than her. Half the guys. Reread the script after you write it. Like, one time.
Oh, and furthermore.
It's not furthermore, it's the same thing that you've been talking about. Oh, but she's looking at him.
I've been looking at your painting the past couple weeks, and you got skills.
She likes you, man. Because that painting is dog shit. Yeah, easily. Problem solved for you.
Lady Danger.
Too vampy.
Cream Cup.
Not vampy enough.
Speak louder.
Not vampy enough.
That's just the name of this one. Speak louder.
My bad.
Had that kind of attitude, I don't think I ever would have gotten that job with the Hilton Corporation.
You have an unpaid internship at the Residence Inn.
Bummer.
Can I speak with Yodi, please?
Yodi.
Hi, my name's Steve. I'm the new exchange student in your school.
We're hearing our heartbeat. Aggressive.
I was hoping if you didn't have a date yet, you'd want to go with me to the homecoming test.
Okay, let's review what we know. He's been seen with the other girl, the brunette, I can't remember her name, and they've been like inseparable. We haven't seen any signs that they were breaking up. Like there hasn't been them yelling in the halls or anything. So this is probably a prank call.
No, I just looked it up in the phone book under Big Ugly Giraffe.
Oh. Oh, I hate that I was right.
Let's face it, Jody, you're the tall girl.
The title.
What is taking so long?
There's makeup, there's hair.
That dude wanted a son so bad. I hate that they used this song for this.
I still don't get why everyone wants to be friends with me. Why a girl as pretty as Kimmy would want to date me.
What are you talking about?
Well, look at me.
What? Are we gonna try and pretend like this dude doesn't know he's good looking?
I'm a dork.
In what world?
This is ugly? Oh, yeah, of course.
Fuck you.
You're gonna stand up and say, "This is me."
I kind of wish her best friend had something of her own going on. This is a long movie. Sneaking around the school. Oh my god, he's gonna say, how's the weather up there? Walk past him. Don't hide from these people, you give him strength. Was she wearing a shirt that said Was she wearing a shirt that said sassy? Why do you feel the need to spell things out so drastically? We can discern it from context. That other girl was like totally emboldened and a queen and she's sassy. I don't know any of these characters' names and I'm like 30 minutes into the movie.
Do you want to use the piano?
Oh my god. Ooh, the screenwriter is taking liberties.
I suck.
I'm sure you don't. You also think you're unattractive. Oh no, he does actually suck. He does suck. Oh, that was refreshing. I thought he was gonna be really good.
Relax your hands.
And like play the right keys.
That's why there are more male classical pianists than female. You know, bigger hands, they move faster, cover more ground.
Oh, is that true?
Can I see you?
Oh, don't put your hand. Don't Tarzan it. Oh, they Tarzaned it. Wow.
You like musicals? Oh my god. You should have seen me in Sweden. I was in Cats.
Coming full circle with these commentaries.
Really?
No.
Yes! Oh, she lied! She lied! Ah. I like that choice more than just them immediately bonding over it. That's not her playing. They're having a duet, man. Okay.
For what? We're our tall club.
It's a club of tall people. If that's like the common ground, what are you guys talking about at those meetings? It's great being able to reach the top shelf. My wife left me, Frank. She took the kids.
With our newest member bringing up the tally to 24.
There's not even like an initiation process. That's how desperate for members they are.
I think you need to sing your theme song.
No, what you don't need to do.
I thought it would be nice hanging out with other tall people.
But there are tall people at her school. This whole movie's conflict doesn't need to exist if she would just branch out of her social circle. Oh, doesn't exist. Does it? That doesn't exist. What would they possibly do? Just take your bones out? That's too extensive. Having origami hanging from strings in your room, that's weirder than being tall.
The next time I see you, I'm gonna take my size 13 Nikes and I'm gonna kick you in the nards. Big feet plus your tiny little nards equals pain.
Yodi, it's getting hard to root for you. You're doing math in your insults.
Maybe you wanted to come over tonight and watch a musical with me. Jody?
That's funny. Would you really answer the door with your virtual reality goggles on? You're just creating more work for yourself.
Oh, you guys watching this?
The smart play here is to not act remotely interested. What it's gonna do is it's gonna make her think that the door's been shut on the chances of her ever getting with him. These angles are so strange. He's so big in the frame right now.
Fruits and such. Hit the gym today, so I'll throw some protein powder in there. That's always good.
He's funny though. This is a cool train. I like this set.
When you're a tall girl, it's the only thing that people see.
It's not the only thing I see.
Aww. They're bunk bedding it.
I cheated on Kimmy tonight. With Jody.
Okay, but you know, or you should have picked up on the fact that he likes Jody based on the fact that he wouldn't leave you alone when you guys were watching the movie. So going to him for advice, what makes you think he's going to be objective? I'm not even going to contribute to the following commentary. I feel like my dogs can sum it up pretty well. I guess I'm done.
So how was it? Give me the deets.
Don't abbreviate words.
When you convinced me to stand up to my parents and tell them I wanted to go to fashion school instead of becoming a doctor.
Here he comes.
Oh. He's wearing the same freaking shit that she was wearing in the last scene. The knitted sweater. That's an identical sweater. Is it not? No, that's the same sweater.
He's very funny. He does these impressions of people. The chef one with Gordon Ramsay's. I don't do it. Let's see it.
Dance, monkey, dance.
You're not really gonna eat gluteos, are you?
Well, I can't have gluten, and so, kids got a snack.
He just gets worse and worse.
Where have you been my whole life?
Date her, man.
So, what, am I not cool enough for you to sit and have lunch with me?
No, I don't. I hate her now.
But if you can't have me, nobody can. Is that the idea?
Jody, don't flatter yourself. I actually have a date with Liz to go to a gluten-free bakery.
Start at the beginning of no great love story.
You're the lead? You're unlikable. Good for him. I don't get the gluten-free thing, but good for him. He got a date, and she's into him. You're not. You're just like keeping him on the hook and expecting him to bend over backwards to help you with another dude. You gotta make us root for your protagonist.
Okay.
No, it's not. I mean, you have a girlfriend, and I basically threw myself at you, which is probably why you blew me off today. I'm just gonna get my hopes up about happy endings that only happen in movies with actresses that are under 6 feet.
You don't have to be meta to be edgy.
High five.
Ah, he does the high five too much.
I haven't always been the nicest to you.
Awful, actually.
She just invited me to hang out Friday night because apparently Schnipper likes me.
And even if it were true, why would you want to go out with Schnipper? Maybe if Stieg saw that I moved on, he would
Realize that he made a mistake.
Okay, I can respect that. It's good play, but you're still subjugating yourself to going out with a guy who has openly made fun of you in front of the entire school. Pros and cons. Maybe make a list.
We have tickets to Tank in the Bank is on Friday.
Okay, yeah, the thing is, they're about to make this contrived conflict between her and her, which they literally haven't set up until right now. If you were gonna do that thing where she blows her friend off, you should have set it up earlier. It feels too last minute.
If you're not gonna have my back, I would really just prefer you keep your opinions to yourself.
You just want yes men around you.
Don't worry, I will.
Good. Her friend is killing it.
I mean, well, my mom's going out of town on a yoga retreat that weekend, so I guess I could have a little get-together at mine.
Party!
Get-together.
That's on you, man. Don't suggest your house if you're not okay with it getting trashed.
So, since when do you throw parties or get-togethers?
What did I say? She's taking notice of him because he's distancing himself from her.
I mean, it means I have to see you kissing Schnipper.
Which is never gonna happen again. I honestly just did that to make you jealous.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. You lose your power when you tell him.
You be my date for homecoming.
You mean more to me than any stupid crown.
Is that supposed to mean something?
So, where is he?
Got an empty chair. Did he stand her up? But what's the motive? Just the drama of the script? You gotta justify it in the character's decision making. See, I know too much about movies because I know that party scenes, they don't actually have music playing during them. They're all basically told to dance as if there was music playing. So they all feel awkward to me.
Honestly, I lost track of time. I'm sorry.
Liar.
Yeah.
Why? He's not a celebrity.
Because you like being the popular guy much more than you like me.
See, but your own validation is tied up in the popular guy liking you. You like him because he inherently adopts the traits that make him popular, and you want him to validate your own existence. Do you see what I mean? What attracts you to him is what makes him popular, and then you want the popular guy to innately prioritize you over all of the perks that come with him being who he is.
No. Oh, Yodi. Hey, come on, come back.
Yodi! No, Yodi.
Do you want to go with me?
I do, yeah.
Oh, no.
And I don't.
Oh, you're a fucking idiot.
Sorta in love with somebody else.
I applaud him for his honesty. I do. His decision-making, not so much.
I see the way that you look at Jody.
She's, like, not worth it. Yodi is a yokel.
Your art, though, that I hate.
Yeah, me too.
Just want to tell you I love you.
Your dad a real one. The parents just let him into the room. Oh, now he's going through her stuff.
Oh my god!
The throat punch. Respect.
You hate raisins but love Raisin Bran, which doesn't make any sense to me.
It would have been nicer if we could see some of this, as opposed to just hearing him tell it.
What were you and Jody talking about in the kitchen earlier? Seems kind of important.
Why does everybody care? Why does everybody care?
But I totally stood her up.
We didn't see enough of her being a really good person, though, to justify all of this behavior on her behalf. Who were these guys?
Can I have everyone's attention, please?
If you're about to give a speech about how you don't care that you're tall,
I'm so much more than just a tall girl. I'm a sister. I'm a best friend.
really? You guys are on speaking terms again? You didn't make up with her? You're just assuming she's still your friend? You dogged her. Don't do it now. It's hollow.
So go ahead and keep making fun of me, keep calling me names, keep asking me how's the weather up there, because I can take it.
But you're saying this to all of them, so it shows that you... This monologue sucks, too. Is anybody gonna... Why? Just go to the credits. Just go to the credits. Let this be the last scene.
I'd love to start over,
No, don't. But not with you.
but just not with
Oh! Oh, I was right!
You know, the only major sticking point is the milk crate. I really don't get why you don't just put your stuff in a backpack like a normal person.
Oh, shit.
Well, because I knew the
No.
day would come where I would need it.
No. Oh, no. Better cinematography than swiped.